So what does Jason Zucker bring to your line, and what is the key to developing chemistry in just a camp setting like this?
Obviously, Zuck's a really good player. He's proven time and time again that he's a great offensive player and he can score goals, and I think he brings that dimension to our line. He's a great skater. I'm pretty familiar with him. We played together back at the U.S. development program 12 years ago now. So I'm kind of familiar with him there. And then I think just trying to get on the ice and trying to get as many reps as possible to just build that chemistry.
Next question is from Mike DeFabo. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Bryan. I appreciate you making some time for us. With Brandon Tanev, we obviously know what he does on the ice as a shot blocker, as a penalty killer. But what's he like off the ice? Because he kind of seems like an Energizer Bunny kind of guy to me. Definitely a high energy guy. And how do you feel like that's going to translate when you need some energy in an empty arena?
Yeah, he brings a whole ton of energy both on and off the ice. And I think every team needs guys like that. And he's there, especially when there aren't going to be fans and there isn't going to be too much noise in the building. Him and Horny come to mind as the two guys who are going to be kind of going up and down the bench, kind of getting guys fired up and just kind of building that energy.
Next question is from Wes Crosby. Go ahead, Wes.
Hey, Bryan. Thanks for doing this. 4 days in now, do you feel like you're getting close to where you would normally be in terms of game shape? Do you think you'll need that exhibition game against Philly to get there? When do you think you might reach that point?
It's hard. Obviously, this is a bit of a different situation, and I know a lot of guys like that exhibition game to kind of get up to the pace of the game, and I know I like playing either at least one or two exhibition games just to kind of just get a feel for the speed and then timing and things like that. So I'm definitely happy that we're playing one exhibition game. And as far as conditioning goes, it's hard to replicate the in-game conditioning, but I think they're doing everything here and doing the best we can to try and get as good as we can conditioning wise heading into this whole thing.
Next question is from Matt Vensel. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Bryan, what did Zach Aston Reese do to finally get kicked out of the Rust household? Did he eat like the last thing of bagel bites or something? I mean, he was there for a while, right?
Yeah, he voluntarily left. We didn't kick him out or anything. I think it was time for him to spread his wings and get out of the house.
How is that beneficial to just for both a personal standpoint and a training standpoint to have a teammate there with you?
It was huge. I know a lot of people went a little bit stir crazy, but our house was a bit of a packed house. Played a whole ton of board games and had some fun. We weren't really ever bored. And then as far as training goes, we were definitely able to push each other. And I think that definitely helped because there's days where you aren't quite feeling it, and to kind of have somebody else there to help push you through it and make you work harder is always nice.
Next question's from Michelle. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hey, Rusty, you touched on what it's been like on the ice these past few days, but what has it been like off the ice adjusting to this new reality of all the testing and protocols and things like that?
It's definitely a little different. Things are very diligent around here, and I think everything is just always safety in mind, and I think that's the key for all of us, staff, players, media, everybody. As I think everyone's just trying to be as safe as possible and kind of get this thing rolling. Some of the things are a little bit tedious, but at the end of the day, these are things that we have to do and to ensure the most, I guess, the safest environment to play.
Next question's from Rob Rossi. Go ahead, Rob.
Hey, Bryan. Thanks for this. You guys are going to be playing these first 3 games at the same time, and you probably 4 and 5, if they're needed, would be like that. What type of impact does it have when it's not going to be a situation where one game might be early afternoon, one game might be in the evening, where you can sort of develop a rhythm? What type of impact does that have for players?
I think it's always nice. I know guys like to get in a bit of a routine and to be able to have those games at the same time in a bit of a new environment. I think helps guys get a little bit more comfortable in a little bit of a routine in those first few games. But when you look at any other playoff situation, some games can be afternoon games, some games can be night games. So there is a little bit of, I guess, differences there. But I think just to have that consistent schedule, I think does help in a situation like this.
Do you think your team plays better at night than in the afternoon? The record certainly suggests that.
Honestly, I haven't really thought about it. If that's what it looks like, then maybe. But I think who knows?
Next question is from Chris Adamski. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Bryan, I don't know if you can tell even in normal times how the people have different seasons. They'll have a good season and a bad season or whatever. You've been off for 4 months away from the ice. Can you tell you were having a good season, of course? Is your game, can you tell through a week of practice that your game is where it was back in February and March, or is that just not going to be known until you get on the ice and play a game?
Honestly, I try not to think about it. I'm just trying not to kind of focus on the past or what's going to happen in the future. I'm just trying to kind of focus on my daily routine and going out there working hard and doing some things that maybe trying to work on things that maybe feel a little bit awkward right now, or I haven't been doing as much, maybe a little bit more of the battle stuff and timing stuff and kind of getting all that down. But as far as how I feel then versus now, obviously with the layoff, it's hard to judge it, but I'm just trying not to think about it.